Yeah, welcome. You're live with me. This is my live stream for Thrive. Thrive is like the second part of the course. Now, it's a free public access course provided by me, the protocol detox therapist at Facebook. It's obviously in association with my YouTube, my own YouTube channel, and this is for the online media event from a business page at my Facebook. It's also in association with my Bark profile online as a protocol detox therapist and a public group at the business page at Facebook. So I am the protocol detox therapist. You're with me. Hi, my name's Frank. You've in my network, you know me already as an acquaintance or a friend, close friend, whatever, at Facebook or not. You could be coming across this simply because you're a prospect that's interested in detoxing. Here's my certificate from back in 2011 when I trained in acupuncture. So I don't just do acupuncture, the 5-point detox, which is auricular of the ears. I also do acupressure. I do meditation as well. I'm a dietitian. I'm at university. I've been at university since 2003. What I do nowadays has branched out. It's a mixture of like Bachelor of Arts and an MSc, as well as an open masters. It's actually just an open masters route in general. I do have formal and accredited qualifications as well within my protocol detox therapy, and by means of like practical and written examination, I qualified in the practice of auricular acupuncture. I do know more than the 5-point, which is like the NADA, auricular detoxification. I know more than the Ying school as well. There's actually more than 12 sites in the ears alone when it comes to auricular acupuncture or auricular acupressure and the detoxification of that. So what I do is like ST stuff, speciality training. Within my rights and my privileges, I belong to that training that I've done in practice and written examinations. So in terms of like associations, there is an association of acupuncturists. There's also the Federation of Holistic Therapists as well. I'm part of the NICE group, NICE, which is in partnership with the NHS. So I've worked for a charity here in Bath City, Bath in North East Somerset, England, whereby they funded my training, and I worked voluntarily for about 6 months until I was overcommitted and I had housing crisis situation that wasn't working out where I was living and that. So I was overcommitted, so I had to leave, and I resigned. When I resigned, everyone else resigned as well, and now I think the only group, they don't do anything like a public drop-in. They might run a drop-in for like Alcoholics Anonymous and Narcotics Anonymous. That's about it. There's no actual like therapists that work there, as far as I know, not anymore. So this is going back about 10 years ago. Right, ideally, acupuncture is given in a group setting, right? So even if this is done remotely, as I'm doing here, this is not actually like that type of class. So you're not here for treatment. This is not what this is for. Pardon me, I've just eaten a margarita. Drink some water. This is not what it's for. This is like an open access journal. This is for like personal development. So we're just going to sit here. You're going to sit here and listen to me for 10 minutes talking about thriving, right? So the point of thrive, from the like benefits and personal development, result of that within what I'm teaching you and telling you about. So this is like a one-to-one, or you could be sat there with a few of you, that's fine, but this is really meant as a one-to-one kind of like open access like conference. Learning to cope, right, within situations in life, and the kind of complementary therapies that are available and alternative within the kind of like high density state of your condition, and the therapeutic purpose that you need, right, within that state, which is like a high density state and elementary state. And there's like some basic guidelines that you would have to follow within the requirements and standards of the type of like treatment that you require, you're looking for to benefit from. So, right, I encourage you, right, to don't let anything disrupt this session. I'm going to try to keep it really short and sweet and to the point, within the reference of addictions and diseases that I do deal with, and how you can benefit from what's on offer in the kind of like therapy that I provide, so that you would thrive from it. Right. And recognizing, right, that you yourself would benefit from like the therapeutic purpose, or someone, a friend or a relative would, right, is all important. That's like one of the biggest steps you can take within your own progress, to be aware of the fact and recognize that you would benefit from the therapeutic purpose, albeit you need it. So, in terms of what I do, and rousing the right response from people, right, looking for clear signs, right, of exactly what it is you need, what sort of treatment that I specialise in that would benefit you, right? So maybe it's the environment, maybe it's drugs, maybe it's alcohol, maybe it's depression, maybe it's suicide, maybe it's like a past overdose or the thought of an overdose, so like anxieties and worries. Maybe it's a combination of all of those. Maybe it's a lack of reassurance or safety within the inter alia or environment again, right? So like where you are living, your district and that borough, your district borough, and that the environment. Maybe it's to do with something you were born with. So maybe you have a condition you were born with where your airways, like sometimes are caused to be obstructed and congested, so that you'd have problems with clear airways. Or maybe it's not that. Maybe you have the need for a different type of recovery altogether. It's not necessarily to do with drugs and alcohol always. It could be anything from the likes of the mind or the body. Pardon me, sorry about that. Right, now, I don't want to get into any statutory stuff. Let's not get into any legal stuff and crime-related stuff. Let's just concentrate on skills, right? And the National Career Service of that, right? So, qualifications and skills, right? So, we've already discussed a bit. So, with that, my training and kind of motivational interviewing that I would do more personally, one-to-one, on a one-to-one basis, and that within the kind of like my aim as a therapist and the objectives of my protocol. So participants, right, always have the opportunity, yeah, to describe, yeah, exactly what they need, right, that would help, right, their lives, so that they can find the strength to apply all the changes, right, that are like necessary for them to thrive, right? So and I can help coach with like the core skills that are needed within personal development to motivate a person, and so that they care, right, and can demonstrate and identify exactly what they need. So like the essentials of what it takes to have the right attitude, right, so that they can thrive, right? So this is about circumstances and influences that have been too challenging for them in the past, right, and presented a lot of problems. So we review all that trouble, right, and we build on your core skills that you need, so that your personal development, yeah, is no longer hindered, and you are motivated and caring, right, and you can deploy the strategy, right, that you need with the right approach. It's a kind of counselling. It's like a motivational interviewing technique, right? To like get all the processes that are required, yeah, from it out of the participant. So through sessions, normally there would be like, pardon me, a combination of sessions, probably anything from like two to five different sessions, where you would kind of like, you'd be taking on some training, really, because I would be training you up, if anything, to coach you and that with your personal development. So I'll leave that for the moment. I've got a flyer here from where I used to work here. That's when they moved. So that's like the DHI group. That's who like funded my training to begin with. That's where I used to work. So listening is all important. They're talking listening skills. Not everyone's good at this, but there's no such thing as failure anyway. I can see that we're running over time. I'm already sort of nearly 13 minutes into this. So it's basically living and working, right? So health, education, and work. Living. That's what we are. We're living minds. We're alive. We're living. And we live and we work. Yeah, even voluntarily work through all the things in society and life and life in the community, right? And all the diversity. We work through it by listening and listening to ourselves. So it's all about listening to ourselves and listening to others, even if we don't want to. All right? Because we're all good at it, really, even when we've had enough and it's all too much. And we just don't want to hear it anymore. But we're good at it. All right? And there's no such thing as failure anyway. So, listening skills. Listening skills. This is like of the school of thought within the core skills that you need, right? That I'll help you with. So, we make a little checklist. We go through all blah, 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 and we see what are the areas that are most important that you need more work on. So like, and that's what we do. We accept that, we admit it, and we make a little contract and stuff, and we go to work on meeting your needs. So to help you with the therapeutic purpose, right, and increase your skills, right, so that you're a better listener, right, and you respond well, and you embrace every difference there is, right, culturally and through arts, in humanities and social sciences, and you embrace all of that, yeah, within your personal development, yeah, of your core skills, and adapt, right, and adopt as well. So you adapt and adopt the right style within your core skills to your core values, right? So that you can thrive. It's like a foundation thing, right? And as far as foundations go, in like consideration of the therapeutic purpose and that, and adapting to change and adopting the changes, yeah, that are people related, period, right? So like your personal development benefits from the therapeutic purpose, right? You're then able to cross-reference everything. You're cross differences, you're cross cultural, you're cross needs, yeah, you're cross work, and you're multi cross like style, and that it's just the right method, right? It's this method over madness and everything. It takes work, takes practice, and we try to like cram it all into like a short term like treatment. And I leave you, so I certify you within your self-care, I certify you within your self-knowledge and your right, yeah, to that practice of your self-care. And you do that from practice and from like a kind of examining everything through talking, really, because it's kind of like counselling, and a lot of it's through talking. There's some little bits of written stuff, but a lot of it is through discussion, and so of listening skills at the end of the day, and being able to listen to yourself and being able to attend and everything within the personal development of the therapeutic purpose. So it's kind of like, it's more like the foundation itself is more like a scholarship, really, especially this way, because I mean I'm providing it as a free public access like thing, and that you can contact me personally if you did want some like remote coaching and teaching. You could do, and obviously I would have to charge you, and that for my time. I am affordable. And I could do that for you, or maybe this is just good enough as it is, because you might just get the point from this and then be able to like do a lot of the hard work yourself. And that. So in within this, right, this is the foundation as like a scholarship. Okay, so if you have any difficulties, or you, like I said, then do contact me. We explore all of this, right? I'm going to cut this short in a minute. It's almost 20 minutes. We explore all of this. We explore the assumptions, right? Period. That you make, I make, other people make in general. We explore all of that. We explore the prejudices, right? We explore the pride. We explore the diversity, right? We focus everything on understanding, right? And in understanding, right, and all the differences, we look at the misunderstandings, right, and we look at the manipulation because of that, right, and we work towards, right, researching what's needed, what changes are necessary, right, what's going to make all the difference, right, what's going to like enhance your personal development, right, and like improve the diversity of your own style, so that you develop the appropriate, right, listening skills, right, for a start, to be able to be a better listener, right, within your core skills and the core values of, right, the condition that we need to treat within your personal development for the purpose of, right, this therapeutic like means. It's a sensitive thing. People are sensitive. We're all sensitive, right? So within sensitivity, right, that takes practice. It's something that you develop, right? Not right away with some people, but the more you practice, practice makes perfect. So, and it's all about developing your own awareness, right, in yourself, and so that you can cope with others as well. That's the only way at the end of the day that we can deal with all of this, and the motivation that's needed, right? And within caring, right, properly, so that you can cope. Because what we need to do is like go in on a mechanism, and that so that we have a means for coping, and we cope, and life's better. That's basically what it's all about. That's what I'm here for. We can do that in a number of ways. We can just do that through mindfulness. We could do that through art. We can do that through both of that. We can do that in humanities. We can do that in social sciences. We can do that as a group. We can do it as one-to-one. We can do that through acupuncture, or we could do that through acupressure. We could do that if it helps you with your diet, and your diet needs improving. We can help you with that, and through exercise as well. That's what I'm here for. Like, some of the stuff I do is intermediate and advanced. All the branches of my general route are generally within pathology, pardon me, and with that of cell biology. So like some like medical science to the likes of all that speciality training, and some laboratory work and whatnot, and other types of pathologies with that of animals and plants as well, and reductionism. I don't know if you know what that is. We won't get into that right now, but like, there you go. And that of every layer of your cell, which is made up of trillions of cells, and that from your bones to your blood and your flesh, your vital organs and that, and your brain, so everything, right? So, and your blood group and blood types, and to that of your genetics and your genome. So there you go. It's all about coping. That's the only way you can thrive. If you're not coping, you won't thrive. You need help to cope so you can thrive. That's what I'm here for. That's what this is. All this is here for. And you're welcome. I want you to stay safe, stay well. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Don't have any accidents. If you've got COVID-19 or Omicron, stay home, save lives, recover. That interests me a lot. All right, thanks.